Okay, so now let's say you got the idea of using a putter to advance the ball and you want to start to experiment and maybe graduate to other clubs. I tell people, you know, if you do have a set of clubs that you bought and you have 2 or 3 family members, you can literally let people just choose 4 clubs each, and they kind of got their set to get started out on a golf course. And I tell people just pick the odd numbers on a set of clubs or the even numbers. So I have odd numbers right now. I have a 7-iron in my little makeup bag, and I have a 9-iron, and I have this is called a hybrid. This is a mini wood with a head cover on it. And then this is what everybody wants to hit, and it's like, okay, relax, we'll get to the driver. But this is where everybody wants to see how far they can hit the ball. However, they end up getting what I call out of sync when they're swinging. So it's kind of like, the way I explain it is, when you throw a ball, my brain is thinking about my hand and my arm moving, or skip a rock. I'm not trying to power that rock with my shoulder. You see, hopefully that looks kind of unathletic. You want to consider feeling how the hands and the upper arms work when you swing a golf club. And as you get better with that, then you can start to increase the effort to where you'll be able to hit the good old-fashioned driver, which, especially my male students, you know, they're looking at all those yardages and that distance, and they want to see how far they can hit it. But slowly try to build up for that more challenging golf club. So when you start to practice with 9-irons, they're on the bottom. So the higher the number, the more the pitch, which means that when I brush through the tee in this case, or the imaginary clover underneath the ball will pop up and down and not go as far. So if I want to go further, that's where I'll try to swing a 7-iron or a 5-iron or a 5 hybrid. So I'm going to use a 9-iron right here. I'm going to get my grip, tap down the imaginary nail into the ground. And then by then, with a little bit of practice, I've got my hands on there to where I'm going to hammer a nail down, and I've got my athletic balance to where it's underneath my shoelaces. Now here's the goal, is I put up 2 chopsticks. That's a little tip from Nota Begay. That's how he grew up learning with his golf coach, Leo Van Wart, is he taught him how to swing through 2 chopsticks that are on both sides of the golf ball. And he got really good at it. So you can also use little golf tees if you don't have chopsticks. So I'm going to be swinging through the golf tee that's underneath this golf ball. So again, these golf tees are your friends. Use them all the time. Out on the driving range or on the golf course. It's kind of like where I tell people, when you bowl, sometimes we put up those bumpers. We push a button and the bumpers come up so the ball doesn't go in the gutter. So in golf, it's okay to build up your confidence by using golf tees, and then you can tee the ball lower and lower into the ground to where eventually you're just brushing the clover of the grass. But I got a golf tee underneath my golf ball, and my focus with my grip and my good balance is to swing the golf club where I can consistently knock over the golf tee that's underneath the golf ball. So that's what we call a mini motion or a chip shot with a 9-iron. I'm just swinging my hands and arms from waist high to waist high. That's called a little chip shot. Swinging between 2 chopsticks or 2 golf tees. And you can start to see that you're going to start to understand how to let what we call the momentum of the golf club swinging through the tee, and you can see how the ball will go up in the air. So that's how you start to get more adapted or more comfortable starting with a 9-iron using golf tees. And you can do that for sure within 100 yards, just taking out a 9-iron, 8-iron, and a putter, and you can start enjoying golf with your family and friends using just 2 golf clubs, let alone 4 or 5 as extra tools when you go out and play.